pump station for the filtrating system.
So we'll probably have to mow the grass over there before snow flies.
It's anything like last year, possible.
Looks good, looks really good.
Schedule-wise, prime contractors are on pace to hit the milestone of weather-tight buildings by December 31st. So we're on track, schedule.
We're getting the job done. So thank you for the good efforts and thank you for the update. And we've got a few items on the agenda that are connected with the project and we'll be getting to those next. No further questions for Nate. We'll move on to item 8. First of those items. I'll ask for a resolution. A resolution to approve amendment number 1 to the contract between AES and the town.
I'll make that.
Eric?
I'll second.
A resolution approving the AES amendment number 1 to owner engineer agreement project number 5410 for wastewater treatment plant upgrades, bidding and construction phase services contract dated December 6, 2024, and authorizing the supervisor to execute the same. Whereas the town board has the AES amendment number 1 to owner engineer agreement number 5410 for wastewater treatment plant upgrades, contract dated December 6, 2024, and related items before it. Whereas this amendment amount increases the agreement by $15,703, bringing it to $1,238,519. Therefore, be it resolved, said proposed amendment to the owner engineer agreement is approved for modification of services. The modification of payment to the engineer and the town supervisor is authorized to execute said agreement. Be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
It's a roll call vote.
I'm sorry, Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Ducat?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Randall?
Yes, thank you. Moving on to item number 9. Once again, I'll ask for a resolution. This involves a change directive, which, just in the way of explanation, change directives do not affect the contract, although ultimately they may result in a change order down the road. What we're looking for, we have the first one, it's number GCCD-01. Resolution on that, please?
I'll make it.
No? And a second?
Second.
Yeah.
A resolution approving the change directive GC-CD.01 by the general contractor Renee Building Contractors for project number 5410 for wastewater treatment plant upgrades dated September 23, 2025, and authorizing the supervisor to execute the same. Whereas the town board has the work change directive GC-CD.01 for project 5410 for wastewater treatment plant upgrades, contract dated September 23, 2025, and related items before it. Whereas contractor is directed to proceed properly with the following changes. Number 1, changes to the EFM manhole per proposal request. Number 2, preliminary treatment, tertiary treatment, and administration building, foundation, drain outlet relocation. Whereas $17,571.74. Total changes to be charged against the general allowance, therefore be resolved. Said proposed work change directive and modification of payment allowance is approved, and the town supervisor is authorized to execute said agreement. And be it resolved, this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Ducat?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Randall?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 10, carrying on in the same vein, is a resolution that the board is being asked to give a grant authorization to the supervisor to execute work change directives prior to board approval. And this is to keep, oftentimes, it's to keep the project flowing right at that time, rather than stopping until we have a formal meeting to address the change directives. Nate, did I describe that correctly?
Yes, you did.
I did listen.
Nailed it.
Need a resolution, please, motion?
I'll make that.
Eric? And Mel?
A resolution allowing the town of Peru supervisor to sign the change directive after review with a counselor and engineer for project number 5410 for wastewater treatment plant upgrades to not prevent delays to the project and authorizing the supervisor to execute the same. Whereas in order to keep the project moving in an expeditious manner and prevent delays for project 5410, for wastewater treatment plant upgrades, they allow the Peru Town Supervisor to sign change directive orders before they are approved by the town board at a regular meeting. Therefore be resolved, a resolution allowing the town Peru Supervisor to sign the change directives after review with the counselor and engineer for project number 5410 for wastewater treatment plant upgrades to not prevent delays to the project and authorizing the supervisor to execute the same. And be resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes, I'd like to say one thing.
Oh,
real
I'm
quick.
sorry.
No, that's fine. It's just that the general public should know that we're granting this. It's not as if we're not conversing. It's just that between our town meetings and stuff, this could slow it down and then cause a lull in the whole system, which is the last thing we want as well as it's running. So, but yes, sorry.
No.
Not money.
So in each instance, it'll be the change directive, at least the cover page will be distributed to the all the council members before I take an action on it. And I think beyond that, Eric and I basically form a committee that meets once a month with AES to go over things that the board doesn't necessarily need to be involved with. Again, it's all to keep the flow of information going back and forth. So there may be times when I'll refer these back to, and Eric will be asked to put his head together with me, since he's much more conversant in the construction industry than I ever was.
Have my moments.
You do.
But you guys, it's a very professional group, extremely professional. And it's making it, and then you can tell with the continuity of flow that's going on there, makes a difference.
A lot of moving parts.
Good team, sure.
I apologize, Eric. Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Mr. Randall?
Yes, thank you. Or actually, should I say anything else? Is that the subject of it?
I don't think you need to.
I'm in favor of it, but I would be happy to abstain if it makes
No, I
sense.
don't think you need to.
Okay. Moving on to item 11. These are applications for payment on the wastewater treatment plant project. I'd ask for a motion for number 11, approval of the John W. Danforth application number 3 for the wastewater treatment plant project.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
The amount is $50,825.
I don't know if you have to read it all.
No, I haven't.
No, we've never done that.
It's just a motion, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Matt?
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstentions? The Danforth application is approved. Same consideration approval of the Renee Building Contractors application number 3 for the wastewater treatment project. The amount of the payment due with this application, $356,837.10.
Take it.
Motion
Second.
Jim. Eric. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay.
To go along with what Eric says, Nate signs all of these and he puts his stamp of approval on it, so.
Checks and balances.
Right.
A lot of checks and balances.
Yep. Thank you.
Item 13, moving right along, ask for a motion, this is to approve the Triangle Electric Systems application number 5, again for the wastewater treatment plant project.
I'll make that.
Eric?
Second.
No? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. The amount of that one is, I'm sorry, $65,666.43. Item 14 is a resolution concerning pilot testing program for the water treatment plant. Has to do with the filtration system up there. It's a project that's coming up. I'd ask for a resolution to put this on the table.
So move.
Now, and who Ben?
A resolution accepting the proposal from Endyne Environmental Laboratory Services for the pilot testing project at the water plant. Whereas the town board has received one bid in response to its request for same in connection with the water plant pilot project, and whereas the town board acknowledges that Endyne Environmental Laboratory Services was the only proposal received that meets all specifications needed, now therefore be resolved that the proposal from Endyne at a cost of $21,525.00 is hereby accepted. And the town supervisor is hereby authorized to execute any further documentation necessary to facilitate the proposal, and it's further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Randall?
Okay, item 15 is just a periodic update we get from CNS Engineering Company on the status of the Telegraph Road replacement project. It's been ongoing for many months now. We now seem to see that the final design will be, construction documents will be completed in October, November, with letting of the project for bid now advanced to December 2025. I think those are the significant changes that we see here. Any discussion on that topic? Mike?
No, you just said what I was gonna say, that, going to bid on the December, and that's 2 months away, or roughly about that, and that was over the dispute with the power wires and the 2 landowners, which was out of our control.
So going out to bid for December means this project will undoubtedly be a spring
Yeah,
start.
and it really doesn't set the project back, build that structure you're gonna be into next year
Right.
to start with.
Okay, any other questions on Telegraph Road? If not, we'll move on to item 16. In the list of, working on a list with Mike in the highway department on roads to be resurfaced or worked on in the coming year. One of those roads that's in probably the most need of upgrading and resurfacing is McGar Road. There is and has been a dispute about who owns what at the end of that road and where the end of the road really is. So in order to be able to proceed with doing anything with that road, the first step that's needed is a survey that clearly demonstrates what is town road and what is not. That'll answer the question, I believe, of one of the property owners at the end of the road. And at that time, we can make the next decisions as to what needs to be done up there. But it starts with a survey. So I would like, I'd like a motion authorizing the hire a surveyor to survey that section of the road.
I'll make that.
Second?
A resolution accepting the proposal of Maccabee Land Surveying for the McGar Road Land Dispute for delineation of boundary survey services. Whereas the town board has deemed it necessary for the town crew to hire Mark Maccabee of Maccabee Land Surveying for the delineation of boundaries for the town's turnaround area. Whereas the town board has decided to the proposal of Maccabee Land Surveying to perform surveying of those portions of McGar Road. Now therefore be resolved that the town crew accepts the proposal of Maccabee Land Surveying at a cost not to exceed $2,000.00, and be resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
So roll call vote.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Randall?
Yes.
Not that will make that a lot.
Sure will.
Gotta start somewhere, so that.
Sticking pins in the ground always helps.
Okay, the next couple of items have to do with the sale of surplus or equipment, vehicles in this case, that have been declared surplus by the water department, I believe. The first one's item 17, if we could have a resolution to approve that sale, put it on the table.
Make that.
Second.
Eric and Jim.
Resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sell the Peru Water Sewer Valcourt Department's 2002 Ford E350 service van, having already declared it a surplus, and accept the offer that was received through Auctions International site. Whereas after having been determined in consultation with the town water sewer Valcourt superintendent, that the town of Peru has a fiscal responsibility to the taxpayers to stop further repairs and no longer found need for a 2002 Ford E350 service van. And whereas the town of Peru has declared it as surplus equipment, and whereas the board is willing to accept the offer for the 2002 Ford E350 service van from Jordan Lemire through Auctions International for sale and as is condition, therefore be it resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to accept the offer of $2,475.00 from Jordan Lemire. Sale to be as is with no warranties or guarantees expressed or implied, and it is further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
So roll call vote.
Mr. Douglas,
Yes.
Mr. Duquette,
Yes.
Mr. Irwin,
Yes.
and Mr. Randall.
Yes.
Courtney, how many miles are on that?
29,000, I think. That's the one that went past inspection.
Yeah.
The frame's rotted.
Okay, carrying on, item 18, asks for a motion to place the sale of the 2006 Ford F-350 truck. Yeah, someone just did, right?
This is 2006.
Okay.
F350.
F-350 truck. To accept the sale offer. Resolution motion on that, please.
Make it.
Jim?
Second.
And,
A resolution authorizing the town supervisor to sell the Peru Water Sewer Valcourt Department's 2006 Ford F-350 truck, having already declared it a surplus, and accept the offer that was received through Auctions International site. Whereas after having been determined in consultation with the town water sewer Valcourt superintendent, that the town of Peru has a fiscal responsibility to the taxpayers to stop further repairs and no longer found need for a 2006 Ford F-350, and whereas the town of Peru has declared it as surplus equipment, and whereas the board is willing to accept the offer for the 2006 Ford F-350 truck from Jeffrey Nestler through Auctions International for sale and as is condition, then be it resolved that the town supervisor is hereby authorized and directed to accept the offer of $3,850.00 from Jeffrey Nestler, the sale to be as is with no warranties or guarantees expressed or implied, and such. It is further resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
roll call vote. John?
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Randall.
Yes, thank you. A little bit of cash to help out. Moving on to item 19, I can have a resolution. This is a resolution to reappoint Roy Perry to the Board of Assessment Review for ask for a motion to place that resolution on the table.
I'll make it.
Second.
And Eric.
A resolution to reappoint Roy Perry to the Board of Assessment Review for another 5-year term. Whereas upon the recommendation of the Clinton County Assessor Chair Mike Cross, that Roy Perry be reappointed to the Board of Assessment Review for a 5-year term beginning October 1st, 2025 and expiring September 30th, 2030. Whereas the town board agrees with this recommendation and is hereby reappointing Roy Perry to the Board of Assessment Review, now therefore be it resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Duquette?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
And Mr. Randall.
Yes, thank you. Okay, other business, comments from council members. Eric, Jim, no?
I'm good. Yeah, just on the water treatment, you and I toured it, and but Mel, what's going on, it's impressive, the guys are doing a good job, there's no doubt about it.
For sure.
It's working really well, granted weather's on our side, but we'll take it.
Interesting enough, I had a reason to drive over to Lake Placid this afternoon. I was surprised to see that there's water flowing again in the Osable. More than I thought.
A couple days of rain, thank God.
Helped out a little bit. Okay, no further council questions or comments. We'll move on to item 21, the department heads. We'll start with Mike.
Tyler and I actually got invited, and we went today over to Stowe, Vermont. It's our first ever Vermont Salt Summit. We were two of the guest speakers. It went very well. It was attended by over 100 individuals that are Vermont, New Hampshire, other towns, and there was some from New York. looking to get into salt grinding and pre-treating and salt reduction. They had a bunch of scientists there from UVM, so it was a very good class. It was kind of what Tyler and I looked like when we were sitting in the crowd, Lake George, or when we went down to Hague and they started talking this science stuff, and we were baffled, what the heck are we getting into? So now that we understand the process, it was a reversal, but it was nice to see 100 individuals, towns and stuff getting into that. They are trying right now, they are working to actually get Franklin County, and this is the county, and Clinton County on board to do the salt reduction too, so, which is a good sign, because then it puts more pressure. There's quite a bit of interest in towns, but the ones we need the pressure on, quite frankly, is DOT. They did have a graph on the New York side and Vermont that every stream that comes into Lake Champlain and up and down the coast there is over the threshold for salinity in Lake Champlain. So this is a good step forward. The more we can get in, so it's something you guys should be proud of, because you allowed us and our team to start this process. So it's good. So other than that, we're starting to get ready for winter. I talked to the other night at the workshop, if you're getting asphalt for Allen Hill and River Road is like pulling teeth right now. They're talking second week of November, which could very well be snow in the ground up there. So worst comes to worst, we may have to do something, try to shim it or something to get by, do something, because there's some of it needs to be fixed. And obviously we got a patch we want to do in front of Mark Darvis, especially with these slotted breaks. That's on Donahue, or it's just going to destroy the road. So, other than that, it's good for me.
Courtney, you got
I guess we heard from Nate on the wastewater. Things are going extremely well. Everybody's working together well. Moving along. They might be pouring concrete next week for the water sewer garage foundation walls. Abatement has been completed at the basins. Jada's all out of there. I guess Mike had his guys move us over to the bigger excavator today. So hopefully next week we can get that foundation knocked in, filled in, get things cleaned up. Then I can notify AES that it's all clear to notify DEC. Hopefully we can get that project wrapped up. Water plant, the pilot is wrapped up. I imagine it'll be a little while before we get any reports, as test results have to come back and everything from file. But at this point, that is wrapped up. Currently, they have surveyors up there this week surveying the property and all the utilities. That's about what we got going on.
Thank you.
Thank you. Kristen?
Okay, so here it is. We are in our final week. Mini mites ended this past Saturday. We had pushed it a little later this year, which actually was fantastic. I think the parents really appreciated having their younger kids start school, get a little bit of leg underneath them, and get into a process, and then get into mini mites, as opposed to trying to have everything happen at once. So they ended just that week later this year, but it works out great. This is our last week of full schedule. After this, on the 17th, I believe that's Friday night. Friday night, under the lights, 6 o'clock, will be our official moving up game. So any of our Kiwis who will be aging out, so this time it'll be 6th grade, and anybody who's 6th grade and up. I think there's about 40 kids total. And then our coaches will be Mr. Deloyers, because he will be retiring, his son will be moving up, and Emily Sypek will be also, so she'll be our other coach. Finney's has sponsored both teams once again. I just got the graphics for their shirts, because they change every year. They get to keep them long sleeved. We have a white team and a blue team. They look absolutely phenomenal, so big huge thank you to them for doing that. But please feel free to come out. After the game, So it's a 6 o'clock game. We should be over with right around 7 o'clock. Over in Sable, our football team plays. So we tried to kind of balance it out so that everybody could try and make everything. At the same time, I've already started looking into basketball. County, Mr. Wiley has already sent me messages on our intent, which I did file already with our basketball season. So registration will start going up for that in November. At the same time, I'm going through equipment and taking a look and seeing what we're going to need for upcoming seasons, so we can start getting those purchases in. And we've talked about the weather. This is an unprecedented season. My oldest is 24, and I don't think I've ever seen a season like this in any of our sports, where I was just mentioning I had to cancel one day. And it was one day because we had rain starting at like 7 o'clock in the morning and it just kept going. Not that the fields were puddled or anything like that, it's just the weather was just, as it comes down harder, it makes it a little more difficult to play. Could they have played? Possibly, but then we're risking a little bit. So out of the entire season, one day. So, and huge thank you to support from the board and everybody else for this, and Courtney and his team and everything, because the fields have been fantastic. So.
And you've got in there review of banners.
Yes. We are missing a few banners. A couple of people want to make some changes to their banners, and they're weathered to the point where they're missing the grommets and that. So we're taking a look at who's going to provide the best banner for us. We did have a couple of new sponsors out and out purchase their own banner this year, and that's fine if that's their choice. Otherwise, I'm working with a couple of the other ones just to see where they want to make their changes. Any questions?
Great report,
Thank you.
No?
and a great season for you, thank you.
Love it.
Excellent. Thank you.
Tyler?
As Mike said, we're waiting for blacktop, so the guys are prepping Allen Hill, lower end. They continued the shoulders for 2 days, I think it was, they're all done. They've been cleaning up some ditches. They spent today cleaning up a ditch, and another crew was cleaning up around the shop, getting stuff put away for, obviously, the white stuff coming. So they got the lean-to all organized, equipment put away, stuff washed for winter that sits. I've been in the shop working on the pickups, getting those serviced and ready so I don't have to do them during upfitting trucks for plow season. So it's tough to juggle all that when you got plows going on and stuff serviced. So I'd like to get it kind of on a routine and keep it that way. So pickups first. I'm sure we're going to be moving into plow trucks next, so it's coming.
Thank you for that.
Good, thank you.
Pam, anything you want to add to the, other than the fact that it's been a challenging week with a lot of work that had to get processed and done, and all of it eventually, no matter how we hope, it all channels through Pam's desk sooner or later. So thank you, and thanks for the support that the ladies put behind you. Public comments. Anybody else in the room tonight wish to make any comments on the agenda or the items discussed or acted on? Okay, we'll move on to item 23, which is the resolution to pay some bills. I ask for a motion to put the resolution on the table. James?
Second that.
A resolution authorizing the post-audit payment of certain claims, bills, and invoices of the town, whereas the town board has reviewed and audited the following claims, bills, and invoices for services rendered to goods provided to the town in October 2025. From town approved vouchers for October 2025, number 2025-01405 through including number 2025-01482. Abstract dated October 7, 2025, for the dollar amount totaling $111,856.35. Of that, $16,390.93 was wired credit cards and prepaid, and $95,465.42 is remaining to be paid for October 2025. Whereas the town board finds that claims, bills, and invoices to be acceptable in form and reasonable amount, now therefore be resolved that payment of the aforementioned claims, bills, and invoices is approved, and the supervisor be and hereby is authorized to make such payment, and be resolved that this resolution shall take effect immediately.
Roll call vote.
Mr. Douglas?
Yes.
Mr. Dukenyak?
Yes.
Mr. Irwin?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Maybe I changed the speakers. Do you have an interest in a executive session this evening?
Probably short one, depending on the condition.
I ask for a motion taking the board into executive session. And the purpose of that will be discussion of the personnel matter
Mine pending litigation.
pending litigation.
I'll make that motion.
No? Jim? All in favor?
Aye.
As of 6:35, we're in executive session. I don't anticipate that there will be any further board action coming out of that this evening. Okay. We're in executive session.
By a job that expired.
Wants to come in here.
I warm. Freaking battery. I warm one. And battery.
You know, they can make batteries for everything else.